Market continues to chop here in the last several days, pretty much this entire week. A little bit of shenanigan over here, and ever since then you can see that micro term was lost right on the shenanigan downturn. And then ever since then, the micro term moving average, as you can see, it's been acting as resistance for quite some time now. This entire week, pretty much, if you follow that aqua squiggly line moving average, perfect. As you can see, there was an attempt from the buyers to break above it, failed, and failed. This morning we gapped down, we got back up, micro term was right there, and on the third hour, another attempt from the buyers failed, and looks like the short term was right there though to kind of capture it. So we've been in this range bound for this entire week. So what can we expect if the bears start breaking below this short-term moving average and start breaching below this gap area? My midterm is at 563, and also the gap fill area is 561. Obviously, if you're a seller here, if you're looking for much lower prices, you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to see lower prices. You're not going to see sub 560 as long as this up gap remains open. But I do have to say that if this up gap remains open, even partial of that up gap, like there's a chance where bears can come and fill maybe half of it or 50% of it. If they leave anything, 10%, 20%, 30% without filling the completely of this up gap, bulls will still find a way because we're still in an uptrend, right? So tomorrow, let's say tomorrow we see an up gap, right, above the micro term, let's say, and it doesn't flush back down, because we've seen these up gaps that's been failing, and that's been happening quite often here. Even that up move fail next day, and what we are witnessing this entire week and pretty much all throughout the month of September is that we have not seen any sort of follow through. What is follow through? Follow through is basically, we know that 1 hour move or 1 day move does not create a trend. So after a bullish run, or at least bullish move in the first hour or first day, you do need to see second day continuation. It's been failing to do that this probably entire 3 to 4 weeks here. As you can see, it's just been chopping and there has been no follow through. I mean, yes, we've been grinding higher right on the micro term for a while. Now we're grinding lower right below the micro term, but no follow throughs either to the upside or to the downside, right? You see that down move right here, no downside follow through. You see that upside move, no upside follow through. You see the up gap, no upside follow through. You see the upside move, no upside follow through. You see the downturn, no downside follow through. That's been the story.
Hey, relax. I need NOS.
So whoever gets that initial move, either to the upside or to the downside, to see that initial move and then to see the follow through, is gonna win in this battle here. So if buyers gap it up and we hold above it, or reclaim that micro term and we hold above it and ride that micro term, let's say we gap up and we hold above it, and the next day, right, following day, we see that we see a follow through, then at that time, we can say, hey, you know what? The market is now finally, possibly ready to find that traction to the upside. If we see a move and a follow through next day, but if we don't, you're gonna continue to chop. And same thing to the downside. We see, let's say, gap up and fade or something like that, some big shenanigan down move, some kind of a down candle or something like that. But if there's no follow through, it's just gonna keep chopping. But let's say we come down we see a move like this on the first hour, and we see continuation, and bears continue to come down, break below the midterm, and fill this gap. There's a chance that bears can have some legs to the downside. So that's sort of the way this market, the sentiment is currently, is very much lethargic, choppy market. And for either bull or bear to win, they need to see an initial move and a follow through. The oscillator's been useless for an entire 2 weeks or so. As you can see, it hasn't done anything really from starting right here, starting late September. It's just been moving sideways after sideways. It's just because we're not finding any traction. The oscillator is meant to follow that traction. So looking at the oscillator, we basically know that this market has not seen any sort of traction. There's no momentum, there's no trend.